Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at how you can turn a field or part of a field into permanent grass, because like in this case on this field, the worker gets stuck in the end here because it's too close to the trees and the bushes and all that stuff you see to the right here. So you might want to do this for different reasons. You can always turn them back into a field if you want to do that, but if you just sow grass and you use the plow, it will go back into a field. So this way we can just make part of this field permanent grass, and the rest of the field will work as a normal field. So you see I start here by plowing against the edge here, and we're going to take a few turns back and forth to make the ground so we can sow grass in it that will grow instead of just the default ground texture you get when you use the roller. So like I said, we start by plowing a bit here. I'll take a few turns back and forth. I try to be as accurate as possible so it looks really good, you know. You want the best possible result. Taking a trip into the neighbor here. I tried doing this at first with different ways until I found something that worked, because in the beginning I only got that green texture, like I said, not any growing grass. And that's there is a roller coming with Farming Simulator 19, but I use an add-on. I'm gonna show you a bit later here. That seems to work a lot better, that they converted from FS17. So I'm gonna do a few turns here, and I'm gonna fast forward a bit so we can see the next step. Okay, so now we are done with the plowing. We have a part of the field here ready, and we're gonna change the section you see on the right here now into grass. So the next step is to sow the grass, and you can see on top there that I have the speed on 1 on real time. It's the growth rate is also turned down to slow, because I don't want the grass to grow before we are done. So make sure your planter is set on grass, and you should be good to go. So we are sowing this part now first, and then we're going to use the roller, which will be the next step. It's important that you do this in the right order if you want to make it work. So let's see how this works out. I'm gonna speed ahead now, and the next step is should be the roller. Okay, here we are back with the roller. You can see that it's the front of the roller that actually makes the ground change. So it's important if you want to just fill in the spot you want to change, so you don't mess up the grass around it too much. You can see I do a better job at the end here, lifting it up right as it enters the edge of the grass there. I'm gonna make a link in the description to this this mod, so you can download it for yourself if you want to use it. So I'm trying to take it really nice and slow here to get it right. I see I messed up a little bit on the edge there, but pretty good. You see now it's the front that makes the change to the texture. So we're gonna take a few turns up and down there now and see how this turns out. It's the grass growing from underneath now, because we don't get any grass just by changing the texture. So let's see. Okay, that's done. So all we really have to do now is, like they say, wait for the grass to grow. So we're gonna stand here a little bit. I'm gonna speed it up. It's now I changed the grow speed to fast in the game and turn it up the time to 120. So we move along quite fast now. I think it was almost 9 in the morning when we was done here. It's now 4:30 in the afternoon, and you could just see that grass started growing. So this grass would get darker and darker and look the same as the grass around it in a few hours. So there we have it. The next thing we're going to do now is try to mow the grass and see if it grows back again. That's what I'm most curious about. Will we get the grass back if we mow this grass or not? This is the day after in the game, and you can tell the grass have changed now. It's almost the same color as the other grass. So I'm going to try to mow a little bit of this grass now, and then we're going to see if it grows back again. I think I'm also going to use the forester thing to pick up the grass, so we can see easier if it grows back or not. I think this really looks really nice now. I'm gonna try the worker as well, maybe plow the field to see if it stops plowing and when it gets to the edge, so it doesn't plow up what we have just done there now. I really like this game so far. I used to play FS13 quite a lot, almost a year I think. So I'm back now for 19, and it seems great so far. It's quite a few bugs. In the first version we just got 1.1.3 I think it was, and it changed quite a few things, but it can always get a bit better. Here we are back to the forage wagon. Just gonna pick up some of this grass so we can see the ground properly. If we can make the grass grow again. Last time it took like 8 hours before it started growing. So just gonna pick up a little bit more of this. I'm really looking forward to start having animals mixing food and all that stuff in this game. But I want to play it the proper way, earning the money, building the farm slowly and stuff, so it's gonna be some time ahead. But it's gonna be great. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward now and see if we can get the grass growing again. Yeah, it's been another 8 hours and the grass comes back like you just saw and grows back. So this is working as intended now. The field is a bit smaller, but this is just an example. You can use this in several places, you know, and if you want you can use the plow to get your field back. So yeah, the last thing we're going to try now is to plow up the field and make sure it doesn't destroy what we just did here. So I'll be back in just a second with the plow. I waited another day now just to have the grass grow out completely, and we are plowing the field, and as you can see now it stops where the new border is, and it has a lot more space to turn around with the worker, especially if you have a bit larger equipment. I think this is very nice to be able to do things like this already. We get a new modification tool soon for the game, and that's going to make everything a lot easier, but for now this is it's a valid option, and it's a bit fun as well to be able to change everything as you want it to be. That's what the game is for me, to be able to build the farm, use the right size equipment on the right stuff, and for the right task. So looking forward to this. Okay, thanks for watching, and I hope this was useful for someone. Have a nice day.